Hello, everyone. Welcome to another very special webinar with Dr. Pillai, where he will be helping us unravel the mysteries and mythology of Skanda Shasti, the 6 nights of Muruga, and also how these 6 nights help us to get to the ultimate teaching that Dr. Pillai talked about last week, which was the awakening of, or activation, opening of the third eye. So today, Dr. Pillai, if you could help us understand a bit more about these 6 nights, how each of them have a significance in moving through the different chakras, and in the mythology of Skanda Shasti, where Muruga has different battle stations. Is this battle happening within us? Is the battle happening in our chakras? How do we get to the ultimate goal of awakening the third eye? And I understand you'll be giving us a program, so maybe you can also relate it to that.
Okay. The awakening of the third eye, which is the pineal gland, is a gift from God. You can do practices, which I'm going to teach. But how many people will be able to do that? The awakening happens in degrees, in stages. At least we will get preliminary understanding, and some people may open it in a dramatic fashion that we don't know how that happens. And I have seen that happening to people who never have heard anything about the third eye, which is the pineal gland, which when it gets opened, then there is nothing that you cannot do. Then you become God. But at least we have to get started somewhere. And then we need an appropriate time to get started. And the 6 days of Muruga is an appropriate time to engage in working on your third eye. And then beyond the third eye is the crown chakra. Now in the Muruga worship tradition, they assign each chakras, which are power centers or stations, along the subtle body, which corresponds to the spinal column. There is this movement of what is called Kundalini. Kundalini is the life force that starts at the root chakra, which is the bottom of the spine or coccygeal. And from there it starts moving to the third eye chakra and then to the crown chakra, which is at the top of the brain. And you are supposed to go to these various temples, the 6 temples, and do this practice at that power spot in order to activate each chakra. Now I'm going to give you a brief description of what these chakras are, what stations are associated, or temples are associated, what powers are associated with this chakra within this short video. The first chakra, which is the root chakra, is the chakra of utmost power. And it is very difficult to get the power of the chakra for human beings. Only people who can activate the chakra, either they have had the practice of this chakra in several lifetimes, or they are like angels. They can activate the chakra. But I'm going to anyway talk about it, and then you can focus attention on the chakra, which is the bottom of the spine, the coccygeal. And there is a temple associated with it. It's called Parani. Parani is a temple on a hilltop. All of them are in southern India, especially in the state of Tamil Nadu. And interestingly enough, the statue that you see behind my back is the Muruga, who belongs to, or Skanda, who belongs to this particular chakra and particular place called Parani. And in this chakra, you get the sum total of wisdom, power. But unfortunately, we human beings are unable to stay there for a long time, but you can close your eyes and then focus attention on the chakra, which is focus your attention on the coccygeal, the tailbone. Om. Om. Om is the sound attributed to this chakra, and then the other chakras also share this Om. But primarily, this Muladhara is the sound that belongs to Om sound belongs to the Muladhara. And from there, you move on to the next chakra. There is a particular shrine attached to this chakra. It's called a Shisho temple. The Shisho temple is called Tiruchendur. And this chakra is responsible for our sensory mind and our mundane thoughts. This is a very important chakra that everybody has to conquer. Because what happens is, our life is very precious. But this precious life is wasted in goofy thoughts. And this particular chakra is responsible for all goofiness and wasting our energy. And in this, at this part, you pray to this Muruga, a particular Muruga, who, according to mythology, defeated the demons. The demons represent the sensory pleasures and getting lost in life. Not only sensory pleasures, but evil thoughts, jealousy, anger, hatred, all of them are located there. And meditating on Muruga at this place, particularly with the whale, helps you to conquer that. And then you move on to the next chakra, which is the Naval Chakra. And the shrine is Swami Malai, where again Om is the sound to be invoked. There are other sounds, but Om primarily is the sound, the primary sound for this chakra. The story goes that Shiva himself, at one point in time, forgot about Om and its use. And Muruga, although he is the son of Shiva, never forgot this Muruga, this sound Om and its use. So he taught the father the sound Om at this place. And this navel chakra is the most important chakra for human beings. It is the chakra that is associated with redemption of ignorance, of karma. And it is from this chakra that you can acquire power, physical power, spiritual power. They are all located at this navel chakra. And the shrine associated is called Swami Malai. And the next chakra above is the chakra called the Heart Chakra, Anahata. And this is where you can understand and experience the sound A. If you just master the sound A, then you become omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent. So that this is the most important chakra for us to master. And right above that is the throat chakra. And the throat chakra is associated with your karma, primarily your karma. And then also your ignorance, your karma, your ignorance. They are both located at this chakra. So it's important to master this chakra. And there are sounds associated with that chakra too. And you have to go, the shrine associated with this chakra is Paramudicholi. This is a temple near Madurai, the city of Madurai. And it is also a hill temple. And right above that is the Agnya chakra, which is the third eye chakra, which is the pineal gland. And in the pineal gland is the third eye. And this chakra is considered the birthplace for Muruga. Muruga came out of the third eye of Lord Shiva. He was not born out of sex. He was born out of Shiva moving his energy from the first chakra, Muladhara, and then going to the third eye chakra. And the third eye chakra will alter your consciousness. And it is in the brain, it is the pineal gland. And the crown chakra, which is called Sahasrara, is also linked to this third eye chakra because they are all in the brain. So the celebration of the 6 days of Muruga are meant to awaken these chakras. And this is the most auspicious time to do this chakra awakening. And if you miss it, you have to wait for the next auspicious period, which is the 6 days of Muruga. That doesn't mean you should not practice Kundalini Yoga at other times, but the most auspicious time happens to be this time. Somebody asked me the question that I am afraid to awaken my third eye. I'll tell you that all these practices are not going to give you results, in just doing it once or twice or even a few times or a year. It has, you can only start the practice. Then it's the grace that is important. I've seen that grace descending on people who have never been into spirituality or meditation. How it happened? Because it is the grace. The grace is the most important thing. And even more important, in order to earn the grace, what is important is you have to get rid of your ego. I'm doing this practice, I'm not getting anything. There is a story about Muruga. There was a saint, a Muruga saint, who spent all his life meditating on Muruga, had a lot of wealth, and he gave away the wealth, and then he just was begging for his food. But what happened was, people who were his students, they're getting enlightened. But this master was not getting enlightened at all. One day he asked Muruga, what's happening? All my students are getting enlightened and I'm not going nowhere. What's the reason? And Muruga replied to him, you are attached. And he argued with Muruga, Muruga, you are mean. I'm the richest man in this country. And I gave away everything. I don't have anything. I have only loincloth. I have no other possession. And you say that I am attached. That's unfair. Muruga said, no. I can prove that you are attached. Come on, tell me what I am attached to. You are attached to the begging bowl. Why do you carry it? You don't trust that I'm going to give you food? At this point, he realized, and he threw his begging bowl, and then after that, he got enlightenment. So you can see how hard it is. I'm not discouraging you, but there is no way of determining who has the grace. And the easiest way to get grace is to have the grace of the Guru, the grace of the Master is very important. The Master can do things in the wink of an eye. So you have, and Muruga is considered the Guru of all Gurus. So during this program, what I will teach you, besides these 6 chakras, how to get Muruga's grace through the grace of the Guru. And that is very important. And once you get the grace, everything is. I have seen that in my own life. I've seen that in my own life. Those people for whom I am real made it. For those people who they feel they are real and I am not real, nothing has happened. And there are a lot of people around me. For them, I have not become real. So if you make me real, then everything will happen quickly. All that I don't even have to think about you. The very fact that you have made me real will do everything. Then all the chakras can open. Then you will not be attached. Then you will be attached only to God. The most important thing is I have to become real. You have to make me real. For you, I am the same person. That one person makes me real for himself, and most people don't do that. It is not only in my case. It is for a particular God or Jesus or Muhammad or Buddha. If you make Buddha or Muhammad or anyone real, and that person will do everything for you. Even though that person may not be even thinking. There are a lot of people, I don't even think about them. I don't even talk to them. But they have made me real. So how to make the God real or the Guru real or someone real is the most important point that you have to reflect on. And Catherine Kuhlman once said, how did Jesus heal a leper? Because that leper made Jesus more real than his leprosy. If the disease is more real than Jesus, even Jesus cannot do anything. Nobody can do anything. So that is the central theme. And if with this understanding, if you go and approach the chakras and practice them, then they will be more real to you. Otherwise, it will be just working on a technology. The technology is needed, but primarily you need the grace. And that's very important. So that's what I wanted to say now. And if there is any...
Yes, Dr. Pillai, you had mentioned the 6 days and 6 chakras. Is there a significance to the final day? Does it culminate into the final day of the 6 nights?
Well, the final day, I will be talking about I'm just thinking because I don't know what I am going to do at that time, but I will probably, Muruga will guide me what to do.
Well,
and whatever he wants me to do, I will do.
Right. Yeah, and you mentioned that on that sixth chakra is the third eye, so you would probably be talking.
I will certainly include that.
Yeah. And we had one question from chat, which was interesting.
Because he came out of the third eye.
Mm.
And what is the third eye, and what is the pineal gland, and how you can awaken that, and what are the sounds that you use. I will definitely talk about that.
Mm-hmm. Great. Yeah. One question from chat, which is, if you have the grace of the guru, which would be you, does one need the grace of the guru of the gurus, which is Muruga?
Yeah. So he is my guru.
Okay.
Simple.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Dr. Pillai. Thank you for joining us today. If you don't have anything else, we'll
Okay.